So back to these questions of doctrines. Oh, here's some more questions we're going to kind of reason out about saved. Can a person be saved while rejecting the methods of God?
Yeah.
Yes.
While rejecting his methods of love, truth, and freedom. I reject love, truth, and freedom. Can I be saved?
No.
No, you can't. You can't, because the salvation is restoring one to harmony with God's methods.
And how would you be happy in his presence forever if you didn't agree with what he...
There you go. Yeah. Can a person be saved who doesn't worship on Sabbath?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Now remember, we're talking about right doctrine. We're in the context of right doctrine. What is the importance of right doctrine to bring us back to a trust relationship with God such that we have a renewed heart to be like Jesus? And can people who never worship on Sabbath experience a trust relationship with God and be renewed to be like Jesus?
Yes.
Absolutely. Can a person be saved who's never been baptized by water?
Yes.
Yes.
Can a person be saved who never joins a Christian church?
Yes.
Can a person be saved who believes in immortality of the soul?
Yes. Yes.
Of course. Yes. Can a person be saved who believes in eternal burning hell?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Can a person be saved who does not believe in the Trinity?
Yes.
Yeah, they haven't got to that point yet. That's not been revealed to them.
Can a person be saved who doesn't believe in 6 days of creation?
Yes.
See, we're talking about correct doctrine. You see why I'm asking these questions? Because there's this idea that if you don't hold the correct doctrine, you can't be saved. But you're actually refuting that. No, you can be wrong on these doctrinal points and still be saved. Interesting, guys. You're very rebellious. Can a person be saved who doesn't pardon?
Can you be rebellious and be saved?
Yes. Yes, you can. It depends on what you're rebelling against. If you're rebelling against the methods of the world, you can absolutely be saved. Oh, yes. Can a person be saved who doesn't partake communion? Can a person be saved who rejects truth, who rejects love, who rejects freedom, who values coercion?
No.
How about though if they're on the church board?
No.
So doctrines are important as they enlighten us and inform us about reality, which originates in God, so it's informing us about God, who is the creator, and then brings us back to a trust. Ultimately, doctrine is designed to bring us back to understand our condition, who God is, his trustworthiness, so that we come to a point we say, I trust you and I surrender my heart to you and invite you in. And then we experience rebirth, renewal, regeneration, recreation of the inner man. This is the key to doctrine, to bring us to this. Doctrines that obstruct that instead cause us to form theologies that put barriers between us and God, which many of Christian doctrines do. I have Jesus who protects me from God, because if he wasn't there, God would be required to lash out and hurt me. I trust Jesus, but I don't trust the Father if Jesus wasn't there to keep him reined in. You see, these types of doctrines are common in Christianity and that undermine, we don't really trust, we don't fully open the heart. Go ahead.
I'm still stuck in the eternal burning hell.
What do you mean?
Can you be saved if you believe in eternal burning hell? No.
Why not?
Well, because how could you want to live with somebody that you think is going to burn somebody to death for not loving?
Oh, okay. But see, now you've just shifted it away from eternal burning hell to the conclusion that they may never have processed, and that is, what kind of a being would create a universe in which their children, their creatures, are being tormented for all. So now you're connecting the doctrine back to a view of God, and a view of God but many Christians who actually hold this view have held it without actually exploring the deeper meaning of what it might mean. It's just been something they've been taught, and they've never questioned it. But they've come to love God and love Christ, and they have the heart renewed to love others. But this point they've never really come to clarity on.
Okay.
So let's look at some specific doctrines. And the question is, what does this doctrine tell us about God? That's the question. What kind of God versus this way versus that way? And I'm going to try to give some insights on, here's a helpful way to understand it, here's maybe a harmful way to understand it. But first one, Holy Scriptures.